publication of the notebooks of André early in 1891 marked the formal entrance of André Gide, 1869 to 1951, into the literary world of Paris. He had thought that his message would bring him lasting fame. With funds provided by his mother, he had planned to publish 2 editions of the notebooks, a limited de luxe edition for his friends and a large plain edition for the public. The plain edition, containing the subtitle Œuvre posthume, but not the author's name, appeared first. Gide's confidence was severely shaken when, instead of creating the sensation he had envisioned, the work was unenthusiastically received. He salvaged a few copies, keeping some for himself and selling the rest for scrap. Still, this first rebuff was not catastrophic, for the notebooks set a pattern which persisted through the years and formed the substructure of the masterworks of his maturity, the search for catharsis and liberation through literary creation. Years after their abortive publication, in If It Die, 1926, Gide wrote, quote, "It was not only my first work, it was my summation," end quote. His first sustained prose work is more than a painful analysis of the inner conflicts of a sensitive adolescent. It is a prefiguration of the direction of Gide's subsequent development as a man and as an artist. Each of his works may be viewed as a milestone in his quest for authenticity, an experiment in self-analysis through the medium of art. He once complained that La Bruyère painted men as they were, but without telling us how they became what they were. In the notebooks, Gide tries to overcome this deficiency by projecting on the printed page the inner conflicts of André Walter, his ill-starred double. Here, in the first of a long series of semi-autobiographical studies in the tradition of Montaigne and Pascal, Gide tries to harmonize the warring elements in his own nature. He has suggested that the conflicting elements in his nature are traceable to the duality of his background and to early childhood experiences. While he probably exaggerated the importance of heredity in trying to explain the conflicts which motivated the development of his major themes, he was the product of 2 cultures, Catholic Normandy and Huguenot Uzès in the south of France. His father, Paul Gide, was born in the small town of Uzès near Nîmes in Languedoc. Paul Gide married Juliette Rondeau in 1863 and lived with her in Paris, where he was professor of Roman law until his death in 1880. Juliette Rondeau came from a family that had lived in Rouen for 5 generations. Originally of peasant Catholic stock, the family had prospered, and Juliette's grandparents had embraced Protestantism. According to Gide, it was his mother who awakened his moral conscience and his father who revealed to him the world of art. His childhood was strongly influenced by his mother's piety, her strong sense of duty, and her condemnation of sensual indulgence, all of which led Henri Père to speak of her loving tyranny. The crucial incident of Gide's youth is the one analyzed in the notebooks, the awakening of his love for Madeleine Rondeau. He had suffered since early childhood from nervous tension, excessive timidity, and feelings of inferiority. He began to practice self-abuse at an early age and was expelled from school at the age of 8 when this habit was discovered.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.